Hi pals, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sammy and my pronouns are she, her, but if you do refer to me in the they, them pronouns, that's absolutely fine. If you are new here, welcome to the fam. My name is Sammy. You can follow me on Instagram at Sammy_Arminto, and you can also follow me on TikTok. It's the same name, just without the underscore. Right, let's get to it. So, my last video, you would have seen that I did the hard life facts. We got there in the end. Yeah, so it was inspired by one of my followers called ATOYKI. So she is, in the last video, she's my shout out there. So I just thought, you know what fam, just gonna bang out another one. So this one is the follow-up. So I'm just gonna keep on dishing these out and see if you again reconcile with any, if any hit home, if any are like revolutionary for you and you're like mind blown and never thought of it from that perspective. You're welcome. So here we go. Hard life facts series. Apologizing with words doesn't always cut it. Actions speak louder. Innit? All these YouTubers with their apologies. Actions speak louder than words. Just saying. Words are cheap. Words are cheap. Saying yes when you actually mean no will only cause you more damage. Yep, hits home with me. It comes from a place of experience. If you don't want to do something, you have every right to say no. No means no, and yes means yes. So if you want to do it, do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Don't people please. Do not people please. That's what this is referring to, is people pleasing. So you don't have to do it. If it's gonna mess you up, don't do it. Boom. Be grateful for what you do have. Yeah, I think we all get lost in the mist of like wanting more or jealous of what other people have, but honestly, if you've got some good stuff, you can always thrive for better. If you want more, you can always work hard, thrive for the best for yourself. Anything is achievable if you want it to be. However, remain humbled and remain grateful for what you do have on the way. Some people are temporary, but they were meant to impact your life, whether positive or negative. Yeah, this is something that a lot of people might be a bit about because, well, we've all dealt with shitty people, but the universe puts in front of us what we were meant to see, and it's meant to put us on the path that we're meant to go on. So everything in life is a life lesson. Everything is here to mold us to who we are supposed to be, and sometimes we have to go through some real shit and some real trauma. But without that, we wouldn't be who we are, and it doesn't make it any less valid that the trauma was absolutely horrific, or the experiences were horrific, and the people were shockingly shit. But the humans are very resilient, and we are built of tough stuff, and ultimately, we wouldn't then be the people that we're meant to be. So the universe has a weird way of doing things, but everything is a life lesson. Kind of following on from that, you didn't deserve your trauma, but you and only you are the one that can improve it from here on out. Yeah, basically, you're the only one that can pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and go from there. That's it. People can help, people can be a support, but ultimately it boils down to you, my loves. Sometimes you've got to learn the hard way. Yep. Sometimes we are that person. Sometimes we have got to be the one that does the shit thing and maybe have to learn the hard way. Whether that's losing people that we love in regards to they walk away from us, etc, etc. It's just one of those things. Now this, you don't have to love yourself to be worthy of love from others. You deserve love regardless. That mindset is toxic. Absolutely. Do you know what I fucking hate? Is these influencers that are like, you gotta love yourself first before you can love anybody. And do you know what? I know RuPaul says it at the end of every episode of Drag Race or whatever. If you can't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love somebody else? It is actually a really fucking toxic mindset, because really and truly there's a lot of people like myself who suffer with mental health problems that are like quite, and people who suffer with very like severe side of the spectrum mental health problems, and people who do have low confidence and self-esteem, who don't see themselves the way that other people see them. So really and truly, regardless, you are worthy of love. It is something that you can work on your self-confidence, work on your self-esteem, work on the trauma that you've experienced and try and get through it as best as you can. But regardless of actually if you like yourself, love yourself or not, and whether you practice self-love, you're still worthy of love regardless, because I think that puts everything on such a pedestal, which is ridiculous. You aren't who you were 10 years ago, and that's okay. Yeah, it's fine. You aren't meant to stay stagnant. You're not meant to stay in one place. You are meant to continue to grow. That's a beautiful part of living, is yes, it can hurt. Self-development, self-improvement, self-growth can be painful, but it's necessary, and it will always be necessary. So you're not meant to stay grounded in one place. You are meant to flourish and continuously grow as a person throughout your lifetime, and you never stop learning. See, I'm throwing extras in here just off the top of my head. You are always meant to be better than what you were, and you're not going to be the same person 10 years ago. Me 10 years ago, I was a wild child 20-year-old that was like going out getting smashed all the time and doing other things that weren't exactly great. So like being naughty in other ways, but like, you know, drinking, taking substances and all that sort of stuff, that isn't a lifestyle I want to have as a 30-year-old. I am more content in my skin at 30 than I was at 20, which is saying an awful lot really. So yeah, that is hard life facts for this one, and I hope that you really enjoyed it. And let me know again if any of these wonderful things like resonated with you, whether you were like bang on the money, that was actually really, really good. But yeah, just like let me know which one you thought was wicked, and then we will go from there. I want to give out a shout out of the week to somebody that I've been following on my Instagram for a little while. In fact, pretty much since I started it, I believe. They do a lot for mental health, and they talk about mental health and a variation of things regarding mental health. So I want to give a shout out to Mind Health with them. You can follow them on Instagram and all that wonderful, wonderful stuff. So go and check them out. They will be linked below. They don't actually know that I'm giving them a shout out, so this will be a cute surprise. But yeah, go and check out Mind Health with them. So anyway, that's enough from me. See you in the next video.